Hey Aaron, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Surviving the quarantine. How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing well. I'm here on the Beyond the Tap set at the studio. Where are you at?
I'm coming to you from Wagner, Oklahoma, specifically the animal clinic of Wagner. It's my dad's vet clinic. It's a great example of a small business that's making adjustments to get through this. Come on in, Dad. This is Dr. Peters. We got a little rabbit here that is in for a neuter. You don't think about rabbits. You think about dogs and cats getting spayed and neutered, but these rabbits need that too. And it's a lot has changed for vet clinics. They have to do it through the drive-through. So we're good with the rabbit, Dad. But it's a great example of just making adjustments and getting creative. And I know a lot of businesses in Northwest Arkansas are doing the same, Zach.
Absolutely, yeah. And supporting small business is important year round, but I think right now we're finding that it's more important than ever than to be out, support your small business, whether that be buying gift cards or ordering online for those that can, or ordering takeout. And so, here at Northwest Arkansas Alive, that's our purpose year round, is supporting small business. And so we're going to continue to do that during this pandemic. And obviously, we can't be out creating content the way we typically do, filming in people's businesses and in their restaurants, even in their homes sometimes, right? Or on the golf course with them. That's difficult now. And so what we're going to do is start looking at the things we've already shot, the businesses we've already visited, the local businesses that, have already been on our show. Those are the ones right now that really need the hand and really need help. And need to get their message out of how they're serving the community. And so we're going to be setting up online interviews and online Skype chats and Zoom calls with you and some of our other hosts, with those local chefs, those local business owners, talking about what they're doing, how they're serving the community, and how they're stepping up to the plate to continue to run their business. And so that's kind of our plan moving forward.
Yeah, and that fits perfectly with us, because that gives us extra passion for this, because that's the businesses that we've been featuring on our show are the local small businesses that really need help right now. I've noticed that it's those businesses that are getting extra creative to survive, and I can't wait to do our small part to try and help, Zach.
Absolutely. I think everybody's pivoting, and we're going to do our part to do the same. So we'll be scheduling interviews for you, and be ready.
All right, I'm going to go play with some rabbits and some other animals, so I'll see you later.
Presented by Nunnally Chevrolet, the driving force of Northwest Arkansas.
Hey, Erin.
Oh, hey, Joel. How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. It's been kind of somewhat of a relaxing time right now.
Relaxing time. That's something I haven't heard a lot of.
I think just kind of being at home more and having time to get projects done around the house has been really good for me, and giving myself permission to take a break a little bit.
Yeah, and it kind of feels like you're taking a month-long kind of vacation, just a staycation, stay at home.
It's totally a staycation. Absolutely. Yeah, I've got all the things I need here.
That's great. So you've been doing a lot. You say you've been staying at home, but you've got some projects that you've been working on with some other local businesses like Nunnally. So what's going on with that?
Well, it was Gan Nunnally's idea to try to support people that are essentials, that maybe that need to be honored, as well as our doctors and firemen and nurses. And so we've been trying to figure out what other essential people are putting themselves at risk daily with COVID right now and still going to work and potentially exposing themselves. How can we honor them? And Gan had an idea that he could feed them. And so he approached me with the concept, Erin, can you possibly make some catered meals and have those and then deliver them in one of the vehicles from the lot to an essential? And can you also recommend other chefs, private chefs, restaurateurs that also could use the business right now, that I can give them by buying catered meals from them, so that they can also deliver those to those essentials? So basically win, 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 win.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So for essential workers, they get meals. Mm-hmm. And for caterers and restaurants like yours, or as being a caterer, you get to cook food and get paid for it. So
That's right.
It is a win-win-win.
It is. It's wonderful. And I think it's such a great thing. I wish more businesses were thinking along these lines. How can we support and honor people that are being involved right now on the COVID lines, so to speak?
Well, that's awesome for Nunnally Chevrolet to support the community like that.
I'm very proud to be a part of it. Yeah.
So last time that we were together was February.
It was.
That's amazing.
I know. It seems like forever ago, doesn't it, Joel?
It does. It feels like it's been absolutely forever ago. So we were doing 3 different segments with you. We went to 3 different places. We went to, was it Farmhouse on the hill? Hill?
That's right. Yeah, in Cane Hill. Yep.
And we went to Wellington's.
We did.
And what was the third one we did?
We went to Barclita in Bentonville.
Yeah, we went to Barclita. We went to Farmhouse on the Hill. And we went to Wellington's.
Yes.
We actually are going to release these segments that we got to work on with you. Would you like to see the one we did with Wellington's?
I would love to. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go watch the Wellington segment.
Perfect. Here we are at Wellington's and the Reserve. I'm here with Will Ross and here to just talk about what all is happening here at your newest location.
Well, we decided to, about 2 years ago, 2 guys got together. Dylan King, he's the principal partner, and Corey Gayer became fast friends at a place called Open Door Cigars. Brian, the owner there, had introduced them, and they'd both had a dream to open up a restaurant, whiskey bar, a craft cocktail bar, and along with a cigar lounge attached to it. So they got to talking, and they brought me on about a year ago. They developed the idea for Wellington's, and then they came up with the idea for the Reserve, and it started from there. It's the vision of those two. Dylan is an amazing designer. He's done everything from design trucks, cars. He designed the interior to this place. As you can see, it looks like a sports car.
It's fantastic.
It looks like a Testarossa, man.
It does. It looks like we're about to take off right now.
It does. It does. And he's got a good eye for detail.
This would be a great place to come to just relax. I mean, that would really reveal that. I mean, I think this is a great place, not just for guys, but for gals too, whether we like to drink, the excellent wines you have, the bourbon, the scotch, smoke a cigar.
Again, we built it for everybody. We've covered every palate profile that you can think of.
Yeah.
From like the wine connoisseurs to people that are very specific and very picky about it.
Right.
Even the bourbons, the food. Our goal is to create an atmosphere where we create clients and friends and not guests or customers. You only see guests and customers a couple of times a year. We want the people to come in every single day. We want them to own this business just like we own it, and we want them to be involved with it. So it's very open and very welcoming.
It seems like it. I mean, I feel right at home here, and it's very open. You could sit up here on this little perch and look out over the restaurant. You could sit down below. Then there's a separate cigar lounge.
Right.
I think you guys are the only cigar lounge in Northwest Arkansas that has separate spaces. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. Some of the other establishments, it's just cigars and drinks. I think we're probably one of the only few places in Arkansas where you can literally sit down in our lounge, the Reserve, and you can have a steak and smoke a cigar at the same time.
Fantastic.
Nobody else is really doing
And I'll
it.
take a martini with that. Here we are downstairs in the Wellington's Cigar Lounge. I'm here with Dylan King, owner.
Yes.
And it looks like the chef has prepared a wonderful array of small plates, charcuterie board. We have an entree, 2 desserts. Can you talk us through these, Dylan?
Yeah, we can. So the charcuterie board, obviously we have a lot of different things on there. We have some roasted garlic, some olives. This is bacon onion jam, which is probably one of my favorites.
Looks amazing.
Yep, a bunch of different cheeses. We have
Really
some
good.
Gouda on there. We have some
Always
prosciutto.
Gouda.
I would say this is more of a 4-person kind of board. We do make some smaller ones. It's a little cheaper as well. Seafood cakes, mainly packed with crab and shrimp. And then this is what we call a cigar roll, kind of a play on the whole cigar lounge kind of deal.
Okay.
This is a sweet chili sauce, and you have a steak, a chicken, and then a pork. So Brussels sprouts, kind of like a mac and cheese kind of thing.
They go well together.
They do. And this is a
nice.
pork tenderloin.
Okay.
With a bourbon glaze.
Ooh.
Yeah, you gotta try that. And it's actually it's prosciutto wrapped as well.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And you said there's a bourbon glaze on this?
Yes, yes,
really
there
good.
is. We kind of tried to design the food menu kind of based around a cigar and whiskey kind of inspired menu. So most everything on the menu can pair either with a cigar or with a whiskey, a really good scotch. Then we can move on to what every woman loves, the desserts. This is what they call the King Edward cake.
Okay.
It is a flourless chocolate cake with a raspberry little sauce there.
That looks really
and
good.
it's a punch of chocolate.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's really good.
Very
But
decadent.
it's dense. This is what we have is our cheesecake.
Okay. This cheesecake could feed like 4 people.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know if you've noticed, but we do kind of everything big.
I like it. We do big. Go big or go home,
you get a
right?
lot. You get a lot of food. You'll never leave hungry.
I love that.
So that's good.
And you mentioned that you have some other partners. So what are the names of the other partners?
Yep, there's 4 of us in total. So you have myself, and then we have Corey Gayer, we have Miles Boyce, and then we have Jay Thornton. Everybody kind of brings a different background and different little piece to the puzzle, but as collectively, I think it's a really solid team, and you can kind of see what we've been able to come up with. So
This was your first business to start out with. It's so well done.
all the partners, we all have mini businesses. Corey actually was involved with one of the founders of Foghorn, so he has some background experience in the in the restaurant space. But this is definitely my first restaurant, and so kind of one of my dreams that I kind of had years ago, and talked with the wife and kind of looked at Northwest Arkansas, and I thought it was a need as far as what was out there and options for maybe a younger demographic and a place to go that was a higher end, a little more sophisticated place besides just your basic bar.
What do you think your kind of clientele? I mean, you have you don't just have men in here, right? You're seeing
No.
a lot of women as well?
Yeah, we see a lot of women. 80% of our following is women. Being a very heavy whiskey driven place, we kind of, sounds more male dominant.
It does.
But no, we have a lot of women who come in here. It's cool seeing a lot more females coming in on the smoking side too. This place is just killing it as far as female culture and what's been happening. So we're really happy.
Well, Dylan, how about we take a couple of these drinks and go smoke a cigar?
I'm never going to turn down a cigar and a cocktail.
Really nice.
There you go.
Good vanilla
there you
flavor
go.
with this cigar.
Yep. I get a little bit of toast. Being in Connecticut, it's an easy smoke for a beginner, but it's also a cigar that even like your advanced guy can still enjoy, and it's still gonna pair well with most whiskeys, most of your food. It's just a really well-rounded cigar.
It is.
And we have it in our locker in 3 different variations between the Connecticut, a Maduro, and a Sun-Grown. So, yeah.
A little something for everybody.
A little something for everybody. Yep.
I'm Gan Nunnally at George Nunnally Chevrolet in Bentonville. For over 30 years, our family-owned dealership has helped our community find new roads and new trails to the amazing places that make Northwest Arkansas the greatest place on earth. And now, in cooperation with Bike NWA, Nunnally Chevrolet has created an exclusive edition of Austrails pickups and SUVs for the cyclist and outdoor enthusiast. There's never been a better time to enjoy the incredible Ozark Playground. Check out Nunnally's all-new Austrails edition exclusively at justtryme.com or come by our dealership in Bentonville to find out more.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
How are you?
Great.
We're
How are
doing
you?
good.
Awesome.
And so here we have Jay Thornton and Dylan King with the Wellington Cigar Lounge. And thank you guys so much for joining us. Glad to see you.
Yeah, thanks for calling us up.
Absolutely.
It feels like it's been forever. It feels like it's been forever, guys. Since we were
It
there.
really does.
The world's rotating slow right now, kind of.
Starting off, what has changed for you guys, for your business?
Well, I mean, obviously, like everybody else, they took our dining room away from us, to kind of keep everybody apart. It was particularly impactful for us because we'd only been open about 6 weeks when it happened. So we were just getting tooled up, and we were really a dining room and lounge and bar focused business. And so taking away the dining room, the lounge, and the bar, what it really meant for us is we had to retool our entire business model. So yeah, a lot has changed.
Oh, goodness. Have there been any positives out of the result of the retooling that you can note, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, the main positive I can see is that it really forced us into a fast forward on things that we really had scheduled out for a year or two down the road. We were talking about doing online ordering and things like that, maybe in 6 months. We were going to see how it went, see what people like, and then do that, possibly delivery, but, that just wasn't really a focus. With this happening, we got it all done in about 6 days. So
6 days?
Right.
6 days. Wow, it's amazing.
That is impressive. That's quite a team you've got there. You've got to be happy with that.
Definitely. Yeah. So, with all the technology ads and everything else, we also, readjusted our menu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from top to bottom, because again, we were, designed to be, a plated meal service. So we were looking at it from that aspect. What we found was our carryout boxes were made mainly just for the leftovers that you didn't finish from your meal, so they weren't really the right size or anything. Our meals, our portions were adjusted a little bit just so everything transported better. And so with that, we were able to, we added a couple of things to the menus just to expand kind of that sandwich size, and we like our French dip and our roast beef and Swiss, and then we repackaged a few of the others, and then we were able to reduce our pricing top to bottom. So it just takes a little bit of hit off of everybody's pocketbook as well. So.
Absolutely. And I've been seeing a lot of restaurants do that, Jay, like all across the board, restaurants that are doing family style meals for $20, $30, that sort of thing. Just because, you have food and you don't want it to go bad. And you want to continue to offer the restaurant service that people are coming to expect from the Wellington. You don't want to just completely close your doors. So I really admire your flexibility and your nimbleness in this situation. So thank you for doing that. As a restaurant, I have a heck of a lot of respect for guys that can handle that. And especially 6 weeks in, way to go.
It's been a challenge, but we do have a pretty nimble team. And, me and Dylan, the other partners, we're really interested in just keeping as many people as we can employed through all of this. And if that means changing the entire business model for this, next 3 months, then so be it. So
it's amazing. If it wasn't COVID inappropriate, I would give you guys a big hug across the camera right now. There's so many restaurant chefs and restaurant owners that are actually trying to do all that they can to keep their staff employed and to keep their staff essentially fed. And I really admire that. And these times call for different measures, right? And, so I'm curious, how is it working with like the delivery? Are you delivering cigars? Can people order those things and have them brought to their house?
Absolutely. So we've run a few things. So, with our, the state laws changed on alcohol sales. So carry out and delivery is available there for sealed containers. So beer and wine, it has to be with a food purchase. And we do delivery there as well. You can order all of that online. Our cigars, on the other hand, you can't order online, but you can get them for carry out or delivery.
Okay.
So there were some different issues that we were dealing with tobacco sales through online payment gateways. So instead of that, we will accept payment, over the phone or in person, where we can verify ID.
Sure.
And of course, anytime you're ordering beer or wine, you're gonna have to do the same, but it's just a little bit more of a streamlined system. So,
absolutely. And so
that just recently changed, so there are a few holes in it.
As far as your website, is it just wellingtonnwa.com?
Correct. wellingtonnwa.com. You can order there online, or you can go to our Facebook page and order directly from that. It's, Wellington NWA is our tag for everything. So facebook.com/WellingtonNWA. We're on Twitter. Instagram is very active. So you'll also watch our Instagram and Facebook, because that's usually where we're running our specials. Mm-hmm. Right now we're running, indefinitely, we've been running the 25% off for all of our medical professionals, first responders, emergency workers. They've just got to call in, and then that's for carry out, because we've got to verify with an ID. We're doing online ordering. If you've never ordered with us before, we're doing 10% off there on your first order. And then anytime you do a carry out, you get a 10% off if you order online. So,
that's fantastic. What nice things you're offering people right now. That's Really,
definitely. And
really
we've got,
wonderful.
Yeah, we got gift cards as well, and anything over $50 in gift cards is 25% off. So, that's kind of like the gift of dinner later.
It is. Because, eventually this will be, I don't know when, but this will be over and we'll be able to come back inside the doors of the Wellington and have a cigar and a nice meal and a nice drink. And I'm really looking forward to those days. Now more than ever, all of my girlfriends were like, we're never going to miss a hangout time together ever again. We miss each other. Do you guys miss your customers? I mean, do they miss you guys?
Yeah, we get comments all the time, particularly in the lounge. The cigar crowd is like really tight knit. We all keep in touch. But yeah, everybody misses just coming in and hanging out. I miss having the guys here and, having all the events and things that we were just starting to pick up on. So me and the guys are already planning kind of a big grand reopening whenever they let us open our doors. So, we'll definitely let you know about that.
Oh, please. We would love to come and support you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We really appreciate any support we can get. So.
Absolutely.
For sure.
By the way, for our staff, one big kudos to the area. We stood up a GoFundMe for them, and we're able to raise $1,000 in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So we went ahead and cashed that out, and that's all going out to the staff right now. We've also set up a support local a merchandising store. So there are a selection of T-shirts and hats there, and all of the proceeds of that are going to the employees of our stores, of Foghorns, and of Open Door Cigars. So
that's
we all
awesome.
Together so we can raise money for all of our staffs together.
I love that.
Well, Jay, thank you so much for coming back and talking to us. Glad to hear that Wellington's is still powering through this crazy time. Erin, thank you as well.
Thanks, guys.
My pleasure. We'll be right back with more Northwest Arkansas Live.
She knew I was watching, but she knew she wasn't doing no talking. And I was sick and tired of flocking.
The Chevy Silverado family of pickups is a diverse line of trucks, perfect for any job. And right now, Nunnally Chevrolet has more trucks and options than any other dealer in Northwest Arkansas. And with our huge selection come big discounts. Save thousands on select Silverados, our biggest selection and savings ever. We're your Silverado Superstore with row after row of new 2019 and 2020 models. Go to justtryme.com to see more discounts and special offers. Find new roads to Nunnally Chevrolet, your Silverado Superstore.
Late at night, a question of sight, till all they saw was red. A gambit made a family spade, now she's in his head. But I could see them watching, and I could hear them talking, and I could feel all their stalking, and I knew. And I heard her say, I'm walking away. So they say, so they say. I laid it out, I don't know how, but all I said was true. I packed my things, you never said a thing. I said goodbye to you. She knew I was watching, but she knew she wasn't doing no talking. And I was sick and tired of flocking back to you. love was thrown away, I'm walking away. So they say, so they say. So they say, so they say. Well, if I learned a thing from this battery, this I know is true. I don't know, and that's about it. Time to get a move. You're done hearing me bleeding. You're done just seeing me agreeing. Girl, I won't be needing to hear back from you. 'Cause I'll finally say I'm walking away. So they say, so they say.
We're dedicated to supporting higher education for real Arkansans, like Daviante, who went to SAU on a lottery scholarship and is now an attorney, or Allison, pursuing a degree in nursing from ASU, and Stephanie, who graduated from the Brightwater Culinary Program and now owns her own bakery. And those are just 3 of more than 275,000 scholarships the lottery has helped fund so far. You could be next. Apply now at scholarships.adhe.edu.
This is winning.
Well, first of all, before we go any farther, let's get a beer.
Let's get a beer.
Come on.
I was like, we're just like...
All right. Oh. What is your most embarrassing drinking story?
I'm really happy to have friends that are making beers.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining us on another adventure with Northwest Arkansas Alive. Our region is full of excitement and opportunities that demonstrate why this is one of the fastest growing areas in the nation and the best place to be. We want to remind you that you can watch this episode and all of our previous episodes anywhere, anytime at NWAalive.com. And of course, we hope you'll join us next time as we pursue the people, places, and events that truly make Northwest Arkansas alive. Ah, you got my nose in that one. Hey, if you liked that episode, and I know you did, do you know we have a YouTube page? That's where you can watch our show on your phone, your smart TV, any place. So make sure and subscribe on YouTube. And what about your favorite episode? Tell us about it on Instagram or Facebook, and don't forget to share it with your friends. Also, smash that like button.